This video is part 3 of a 3-part series on attention training. This is a particularly useful set of skills if we tend to get caught up in worry or rumination, or stuck in unpleasant emotions. Part 3 introduces mindfulness meditation, including in-session practice and troubleshooting. Each of the videos in this series can be watched alone, or ideally, watched together to provide a more comprehensive overview of attention training. This video series can also be watched together with that explaining the vicious cycle of worry and explaining worry postponement videos.
So Amber, we've talked about the mundane task focusing. The second thing that I wanted to introduce is mindfulness meditation. Is that something that you've practiced before?
I've heard the term mindfulness, but I don't really know much about it.
Yeah, okay. When we think about mindfulness meditation, I think it can be quite common that people expect during meditation to have a blank mind or to not have any thoughts. How realistic do you think that's going to be?
Oh, I think my mind's going to wander quite a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. It's quite impossible to have a blank mind, given that that's what minds do. They have thoughts and our mind's going to scan for different bits of information. So it's very natural for our mind to wander. So when we're doing mindfulness meditation, the goal and the attitude that we bring is quite similar to mundane task focusing, in that the goal is not to have no thoughts. It's more about noticing when our mind has wandered and then gently, without any judgment, guiding it back. So as you might be able to hear, there's quite a lot of acceptance that we bring to acknowledging that, yep, our mind will wander and I will just gently guide it back, in this case, to our breathing. There are lots of different mindfulness exercises. Today we're going to practice one that's mindfulness of the breath. Does that kind of make sense in terms of the aim and the attitude that we bring to mindfulness meditation? Any questions with that?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think that sounds similar to kind of the thing that we do with washing the dishes, but just focusing on my breathing.
Yeah, exactly. And it takes practice as well. It's not something that we'll expect to be able to do very well at first pass. It's something that we practice so that we can start to build that non-judgmental, accepting attitude towards our thoughts and be able to catch it and bring it back to our present task.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you be up for us having a go at a mindfulness meditation to finish up the session today?
Yeah, okay, that sounds good.
Okay, great. I'll get you to adjust yourself in your chair and make yourself comfortable. Generally, our exercises can take 10-20 minutes sometimes. And I'll invite you to just notice your kind of posture and adopt a comfortable position, allowing your head, your neck, your spine to be aligned. And then finding a place that your arms and your legs can rest comfortably for this exercise. One of the things I'll let you know is I won't be staring at you, so I'll be sometimes kind of checking in on a script, other times sort of following you and participating in this meditation. So if you feel comfortable, then feel free to close your eyes. And if you don't, just find a spot on the ground to rest your gaze gently upon. It's up to you, okay? And I'll invite you to treat this as your time to let go of your usual way of operating, that of constant doing and thinking. And instead allow this to become a time of just being, of allowing yourself to just be. Becoming aware and watching what arises within you when you allow yourself to just be in the present moment. Something that is always with you at every moment is your breathing. So start by slowly bringing your attention to your breath and the sensations in your body as you breathe. Following your breath, noticing its rhythm and movement as it enters your body and as it leaves your body. There is no need to change or control your breathing in any way. Simply being aware of your breathing and the sensations associated with your breath. Now you might start to gradually wiggle your fingers and toes as you gently wake up your body. Start to slowly broaden your awareness to take in your surroundings. And when you feel ready, you can gently open your eyes. I'm wondering what you observed during the exercise.
Definitely my mind wandering quite a bit. I was trying to kind of hold in mind that not to get frustrated with it, but it was kind of tricky to do that. It was definitely different to, I guess, when my mind's wandering when I'm studying, I do get frustrated with myself, but I'm not thinking about what I want to be thinking about. So yeah, it was different, but it was relaxing.
Amber, that's great that you actually noticed that your mind wandered off a few times. I was curious, when you noticed that it wandered, how did you bring your attention back?
I think, just kind of noticing on thinking about how the breathing felt, and listening to you. Kind of, I could bring it back, but that would wander pretty quickly again.
Yeah, and that's pretty normal. As I said, our mind's going to wander, and it can do that 1 time, 10 times, 100 times. That's kind of what our minds do. And I can hear that you used your breathing, and you also used my voice to be able to guide your attention back. Did you notice the tone of your voice when you tried to bring your attention back? What did that sound like?
There were a couple of times where I think I got a bit frustrated when it happened again really quickly. But I tried to be kind of gentle and, like you said, just accept that that's what minds do. Yeah,
absolutely. And that's going to take practice. Our default response might be to judge ourselves or judge our brain for wandering off. What kinds of things did you notice when you were getting frustrated?
I guess just kind of you can't focus on anything, and it should be easy to do this. I guess, but I know that it's not that easy, like you've said.
Those judgments that you caught are going to be quite helpful to be aware of, when we're judging that our mind has wandered, or when we have the shoulds, like I should be able to pay attention, my mind shouldn't wander. They're really helpful to catch them and to let them go, and then to bring our attention back gently, kind of like in your tone of voice. Just, I know that my mind will wander, I'll bring it back to my breathing or to the sound of Adeline's voice. So that's essentially kind of the aim of mindfulness meditation. It's not to keep our mind stuck on a certain point. It's to notice when it's wandered and then to gently bring it back, no matter how many times that might happen. Do you have any questions about the mindfulness meditation practice?
I don't think so. Is that something that I should be doing every day as well?
Yeah, ideally, just like any kind of workout or exercise, we know that regularity really helps to strengthen the attention muscle. So what I'd encourage you to try and aim for is a daily mundane task focusing activity, as well as daily mindfulness meditation practice. So Amber, to help you with your practice for the coming week, I will email you some MP3 links from our website that you're welcome to play along and listen to. Some people find it helpful to start with some guided exercises. Other people have also downloaded apps, or there are quite a few different variations of mindfulness on YouTube that you're welcome to have a try and see what you resonate with. Over time, people find that they're able to kind of switch on and practice mindfulness meditation even without that guide. So this is one that really is about personalizing it and finding the method that feels most comfortable to you. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good. I like the script that you read through.
Yep, okay. Now, one more point that I wanted to kind of talk about in terms of, like, we've talked about the aim and the attitude that we want to bring to our mindfulness meditation, as well as mundane task focusing. A lot of these strategies can often fall into misuse, where we might kind of use these strategies to try and block our thoughts or not think of anything, right? And remembering, as you said, that our brain will wander and it will have these thoughts, we're not going to kind of use these exercises as ways to suppress and block our thoughts. And that's why we kind of want to catch the impact when we are practicing these. If you're finding, as you said, that you're getting more frustrated or judgmental, we might have fallen into suppression. Likewise, if you're using these to try and clear your mind or have no thoughts, that probably suggests that we're falling into that pushing away kind of suppression habit. Does that kind of make sense to you?
Yeah, so kind of just not what I'm feeling worried. It's not the time for this.
Exactly. Like we want to practice in a variety of situations. Obviously, we want you to be able to practice shifting your attention when you are worrying. And at the same time, we want this to be a skill that you can deploy at multiple points in time and for the purpose of acknowledging when your mind has wandered and bringing it back rather than trying to block out thoughts completely.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.